We're gonna check something. Okay. What are you? It says Dawn Redwood. But I don't think it's the one. I just smelled because it's very nice. This one. Last year at the university studying economics, and I choose the tree when I'm the most stressed. I choose the tree that has the name Dawn Redwood, otherwise called Gold Rush. Everything that has gold in it, oh my god, we absolutely love it. If I had to choose one topic, that would be definitely the story, the history of gold and the gold rush. So this tree is rather a new one. I find the date 1974, and it was born in Japan by the help of the new OG paper company. And they gave the name Ogon, which means gold coin. And then in the 90s, it came to Europe, it went over to the USA, and they gave it to different names, Gold Rush and all this stuff. And this is just fantastic, you know. So when you look at it, it's just a tree. But actually, when you search for it, search the backstory, then it's so interesting. And probably this tree has the best story, actually, now that I come to think of it. Imagine a paper company made it, designed it, and named it gold. A paper company made a tree, naming it gold. I love this story. This is perfect. So this is March, and March and May are the 2 months in the 12 months of the year when I always traveled, always. But now I need to stay in one place. I need to stay in this city, in London, not just because of my studies, it's because of the family as well, lots of responsibilities. So yeah, whenever I look up, above the botanical garden, there are lots of traffic, air traffic, and actually here they are flying very low, so you can identify them, every single one, which company, who has the actual airplane. And we are always talking about that, trying to guess where they actually going. And oh my god, I'm so jealous. When I was in high school, the travel, it was very cheap. £5, £10 for a ticket to Paris or Lisbon or Rome. So we were traveling all the time, almost every single weekend. And when because of climate change and everything else, the fuel prices, they started to increase the price of the flight tickets. I decided that yes, this is the time I'm going back to the university, because I need to slow down and I just need to do something. I need to stay active. And now this is my last year at the university. And it was a good idea, I wouldn't, otherwise I would feel that I'm losing out on something. But if you choose a different hobby that is as time consuming, and the other one, which is getting more and more expensive, then you don't have this illusion of losing out. And doing anything with education, that's always very rewarding in the end. The interesting thing is living in London is that you have lots of people you're gonna live with, you're gonna share the bills with, the rent and electricity and council tax and all that stuff. And there's always parties, house parties. And one of my flatmates was the best when it came to house parties, because he know how to organize it Sometimes we had more than 40, 50 people over, and we never had a problem. We never had complaint from the neighbors, and it was always fantastic. And this guy actually was very rich. He was a homeowner. He had his car. He had his whole life. But sometimes he decided he wanted to get away, and he came to London. And he traveled as well. And for fun, you know what he did? You know what he did? This is a very rich guy we're talking about. He flew to different cities, and he decided he doesn't want to pay for hotels. So he went to the botanic garden, and he had his sleeping bag, and he was sleeping there. He was spending the night there, and many times the people who worked at the gardens, they woke him up and asked him to leave. Amazing.